Ah, yes, welcome back yet again. We are back. We're going to do the Conjurer. Basically floors 11 through 20. Get a little bit of protect up on my party members here. And away we go. Definitely a different makeup this time. We got two Conjurers, which, not always the best. We're going to lack some damage, is usually the case there. We do have an I think that's astrologist or whatever you want to call it. Pretty sure. And a ninja. We got a ninja with us. We got a ninja. A little old ninja. No big deal. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last episode. I'm kind of doing these in bulk a little bit here. And I hope you guys appreciate it. Because, well, you know, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. Not a big deal. I need a few levels. I'm a little bit under-leveled compared to my compatriots here at the moment. They must have progressed a little bit further along in the 1 through 10 and cleared out more bad guys for the most part. Or had more bad guys to clear out, should be the other thing. There is some random variations of different things that can definitely happen within this setup. So yeah, lots of different things that can definitely go on. Let's get that going. Get out of here. Why did that hit me? That didn't hit me. What a load of baloney. What a load of baloney. Oh well, I'll just heal myself a little bit. No big deal whatsoever. There we go. I'm all nice and healthy. We got all the health again. We've got all the health again. Alright, what do we got up here? We got a silver chest. Let's see if we can just not sneak it. Yeah, got it. Let's go. Let's go. It's fine. We don't need to kill them all. It's fine. There we go. Perfect. You know, it's one of those things. A lot of people definitely overkill a little bit in this wonderful place. So keep that in mind as you're progressing through. If you are playing the game, of course. If not, just progress through and have some fun with us. We'll be doing a little bit more of this. We got that. I think I get stone 2. Yeah, level 22. That helps a lot with my overall damage that I can actually produce. It helps quite a bit. So it'll be nice to get that going. And this guy's going to be taking a lot of damage here, I think. Pretty sure. Pretty sure he's going to be taking a lot of the deeps. There we go. We'll push that guy away from us. Very nice. Get some of this going. Kind of being a white mage tank at the moment. No big deal. Or conjurer tank, I should say. Getting that conjurer tanking skill up a little bit. No big deal. Get some of that stone 2 now on the bar, which is great. I actually have that one bound to my mouse 4, so I've been clicking all the others before, so yeah. Ooh, this is a treasure room, which is awesome. Treasure rooms are pretty sweet because you get more treasures, but you always have to be cautious of mimics. Mimics are definitely a thing. My Aether Pool arm still remains unchanged. Great. Love it. Not. Alright, let's head on back. We can quickly zoom back this way to our destination of leaving. These people are definitely more active with the pomanders that you get. I've noticed that already so far. A lot more active in getting pomanders and whatnot and placing them down. So that is great and somewhat useful. As a conjurer, it's kind of a pain to solo things. You are a little bit more reliant on your teammates, so keep that in mind as you progress through. You want to be with your team. You're a team player. You're a support character for the most part. I think as a white mage, you get a little bit more flexibility with some things damage-wise that you can do. But I don't know. I've never been a white mage. I've only seen other people play them. Mor Valera is a fantastic white mage, for example. So I've only seen usually really, really good white mages. If that makes sense. Alright. Do this. Push them away. Voila. Done. Nailed it. You know, it's funny. I just actually got caught up on my class quests, because that's one thing when you're doing these dungeons. Your class quests, make sure you do them every 5 levels, because a lot of the times there's good skills and whatnot that you can get from them. I didn't have the Fluid Aura, which actually is a very useful ability, not only in dungeons and stuff. Be careful, though. If you're a Conjurer and you have a tank and whatnot, do be careful that you're not pushing bad guys completely out of range of your tank and all that type of stuff. So make sure about that as well. You want to use it more on the sparingly side, but you can use it as a good little bit of damage. 150 potency. It has a 15 Yalm knockback, which is kind of just the unit of measure for Final Fantasy XIV. And it also can bind the bad guy. Basically, bind means that it makes it so that it can't move, which is very useful as a caster. Not letting it get back to you is a great thing when you're a little old squishy character. So that was kind of nice to have, actually, because I didn't have that before. So it's very, very useful to get that. Level 24 already. Holy cow, we are just flying through the levels. I think we get Repose at 26. Not the most useful skill. Sleep, it tends to fail more than it succeeds, I've noticed. It might be a lot more useful in solo play. Like if you're leveling via the main quest. But when you're in a dungeon like this, it's really not super useful. Just because of the way it all works. A lot of the times you don't need to crowd control a mob, especially at this level and in this dungeon. Alright, so keep that in mind. Oh baby, the damage that we're doing is out of this world. We're getting some good deeps going, which is great. Aetherpool armor remained unchanged. Again, we're still too low, even at floor 12, to potentially get decent upgrades. I think we're going to have to be in the 40 to 50 floor range to really get some actual upgrades up in this business. So it's going to be a while before we get some more upgrades for our items. So yeah, not a big deal. Let's just get that poison off of us. Very good. It's one of the nice things. We have that technology available to us. Boom! Get stoned. Get stoned. Get stoned big time. Stone skin is wonderful. It is definitely something that I want to get. And actually, as a paladin, it's usually one of the items that you want to have as a subspec, especially when you're soloing, because you can cast Stone Skin, and it creates a barrier that absorbs 10% of your maximum HP. Now, as a tank, 10% of, 8,000 HP is a lot of HP, right? I mean, you're talking 800, maybe even up close to 1,000 total absorption with Stone Skin. It's very useful and very helpful. So I'm really looking forward to getting that on the bar ready to go. Okay, so that guy just procced a landmine trap. So usually what we do as a healer is you would then heal him up. Now again, we have 3 healers in this group. So for me, I probably don't need to heal at all at this point, so we probably will avoid the healing again in this stage. Healing really starts, from what I've noticed, around the floor 30 is when you start to get into the, oh hey, you might actually have to heal your tanks or heal this and that. We have a bit of a situation though. I'm not sure if this R.A. Dracor, oh no, they're moving now. Good. Must have just been quick little AFK or something. Maybe they had a little difficulty at home. Needed to get something done quickly. You know how that works. It happens. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna get all upset about it. So yeah. Level 25 at the moment. We're very close to 26 and getting our repose. What else do we get? I think we get, yeah, Cure 2, so better Cure at 30, and then I think it's the Stone Skin after that. So, like I said, the first 10 floors and level 1 to 20, you get a lot of stuff. As you progress upwards and level further, it definitely slows down a little bit, and you're able to analyze your skills quite a bit more, which is quite nice, especially for those of you that are unfamiliar with the classes. Like, I know when I started playing Conjurer, I didn't know what a lot of this stuff did, and a lot of the things. Also, always make sure you're checking your traits, right, and the things that help here. So, like, at level 20, we got 10% increased damage and HP regeneration, or restoration, sorry. So that basically means that my healing and my damage spells went up by 10%. Enhanced Medica, 20% chance that it would cost half of the MP. Alright, so that's kind of nice for sure. Enhanced Mind, just increasing your mind, which is your primary skill as a conjurer. You get a few things like Enhanced Rays, which is very good. Allows the casting of rays while engaged in battle. Very useful. Free Cure as well. Very useful. 15% chance of that, and you get like a free cure in there. It's very good stuff. Overall, highly recommend making sure that you know what's coming and how it's working and all that type of stuff. So keep that in mind as well as you're progressing through, to note and make sure that you are getting and know how to use your abilities nice and properly. Alright. Probably didn't need... no, you would have had to attack that guy. It's fine. Alright. Boom, boom. Get the treasure. Very nice. Love treasures. Treasures are great. As you can see, I'm not really using any. As a cleric, or, you know, as a conjurer and cleric stance, there's not too many that I'm going to benefit from. I can benefit from the strength, for sure. Pomander, but for the most part, it's just the sights and stuff like that that we would potentially need to get involved with, and really we're not in a place where we need to worry too much about that. So we won't get into that too much. Alright, so that one's done. Let's sprint on over to the way out of here and progress on down to floor 14. Yes, indeed. I truly do enjoy most Final Fantasy games. The story is what really gets me. I love it. They're so good at writing stories in the game, and it's very helpful. There's a thing attacking me. Oh boy, there's another thing. Alright, let's do that. Let's get rid of this pudding. There we go. And you're going to have to die too. Yes, indeed you are, Mr. Living Welk. And shabam, bam. Yeah, that burst damage, using the fluid aura to blast him away from me. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. Love it. Oh, I need more coffee. I've had a decent amount of coffee today, and it's very helpful. I was tired and a little grumpy this morning, so coffee's good. I like coffee. Alright, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to quickly pause through, because the next few floors are basically the exact same thing over and over again. We're going to shorten up on the video a little bit. Ew, sprint's disabled. Gross. Shorten up on the video a little bit because it's a little bit repetitive and all that type of stuff. And I don't think a lot of you are going to be overly interested in some of this stuff. So we'll cruise on through as we progress down the floors a little bit further. So yeah, like I said, nothing too crazy. We're now on floor 18, and I figured, you know what, we might as well bring you back in. Plus, I don't want to be so short on time that we don't actually have a full episode. And I want to do each, 10 floors or whatever as an episode type thing. You didn't miss too much. There were a couple of fun traps, actually, where we got to spawn a couple of bad guys from our trap, which is always fun. It usually spawns 3 or 4 baddies type thing, which is always always an interesting thing that happens, because that's usually when you get to see actual teamwork start to take place. Like, oh dang, we better be careful. That type of thing. So yeah, it was pretty good in that regard. Lots of good little things. You know, a couple errors, not a big deal, but yeah. We're not quite at the point of getting stone skin or anything yet, so oh boy, yeah, he's gonna die. Smooth. Alright, well, I'll work to raise him. Yeah, see, he hit a bomb trap, and, well, that'll do it. This sort of person hasn't really done that much. Apparently, they don't realize that they actually can't attack the bad guys or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they have attack skills. If I'm not mistaken, I am pretty certain that they do. But yeah, so a few hiccups like that. You know, nothing too crazy. How did that hit me? Seriously, how did that hit me? Really? I would love to know how that hit me. Love to know how that one hit me. Alright, well, yeah, now we're in the process of just kind of cruising on through here as I scratch my face a little bit. Cruising through. It definitely takes longer. Each floor, you can tell that the difficulty does ramp up a little bit, because each floor does start to take a little bit longer. We're on floor 19, so we might as well use that sight. We might as well use that fortune and get that going as well, so that we can see. There's a couple of silver chests on this level, which is amazing. Don't get hit by the marble attacks. They're bad breath. Any of those of you that are familiar with Final Fantasy, usually a pretty bad deal. You don't want to deal with that. So, yeah. Don't do it. Just don't do it. If you're a tank, make sure you are facing the marble away from the party when you pull it. Usually next to a wall is good. This guy also has the same kind of cone attack in front of him. And, you know, just move out of the way. Not a huge deal. Away you go. Have a nice one. Have a good life. Again, I haven't gotten any arms or armor or anything like that yet. So we have definitely not progressed far enough yet to get into that type of situation. So that is good information to know as well. This person off on their own, which is a little bit dangerous. Don't hit the traps. Unless you want to, of course. You're more than welcome to. Sometimes you can get a whole bunch of mobs, which gives you some good levels. And becomes very useful. So there are definitely some pros to the traps as well as cons. You need to make sure that you can actually accommodate them accordingly. So there we go. We'll get that, and we are unlocked. So we might as well go to the circle right here and start teleporting out of here, which is great. I'm not sure what everybody else is doing. He went up here. This person's still over there. We're on floor 19. Let's move this along. I want to finish. We only have 30 minutes left, which is crazy. We are going incredibly slow for the level of floor that we are on. It is tedious, to say the least. Not enough DPS is definitely a problem, even though I've pretty much been damaging the entire time. But yeah, not enough DPS really to progress through quickly. So, and there we go. We got stone skin. Excellent. Stone skin's amazing. I'm going to start casting it on myself and everybody else around, because it is very useful and everybody should have it. 10% of any health at any level is very useful. So you do get stone skin 2 over here a little bit later on, which allows you to cast it on all party members with one cast. It does take a while to cast those, so it's definitely a buff, and you can't cast it while in combat. Where did you go? Why did you go over there? Why? Why? Really? 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 Did they literally just go and walk on the trap to blow everybody up? Troll. What a troll. All right, we should be at the boss here. We got a Spurge. Very useful. Very nice. I'm going to do something fun. We're going to use the Pomander of Lust, which allows us to turn into a succubus and use Void Fire 2, which is pretty darn sweet. It does quite a bit of damage. Bad guys definitely do not like it when you are casting it. It also increases their vulnerability. As you can see, I'm getting their vulnerability down, which means that they are going to start taking more and more damage as we go. 5 vulnerability down. So we're doing really good damage with this. We also have the buff of increased damage, just to kind of speed things up quite a bit. There we go. Zoomed on out, and there you have it. Floors 11 through 20. Very nice indeed. I'm going to commend the other Conjurer. I believe he was the only other one that didn't die. Yeah, and we're good to go. I think that's about it. We can disable the transfiguration and exit the Palace of the Dead. There you go. I got another 66,640 experience, which is a little bit more. So every level that you go up in floors, you do get more experience and more gil. We got to level 26 in the real world of Conjurer. We can double check our gear set. There we go. A few upgrades. Upgrade that. Beautiful. We can actually we actually have a sword and shield now, which is kind of cool. This can be returned to our inventory and do a little bit of that can be sold. Awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Sell and upgrade our items. That's another reason why I'm leveling. I have all these items. Machinist Arm for level 44. Pugilist Monk. Archer Bard. Marauder Warrior. Like lots of different skills and items that I'd like to either use and then get rid of to clear up my inventory quite a bit. As you can see, 55 Rogue Ninja. So there's some pretty advanced stuff. Black Mage Summoner gear, pretty advanced up there. So I definitely want to progress through and clear up the inventory quite a bit. But we got the new gear set. We got Repose, which is the sleep, so that we can use that just in our day-to-day adventures. And we're pretty close to getting a few other things. So for every 2 runs, I tend to get like a level and a half. So for what? Every 4 runs, about 4 levels? Is that about right? No, 3 levels. 4 runs, 3 levels. That's not too bad. And, of course, you progress up in experience as you carry on. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this episode on Final Fantasy XIV with me. I hope you guys can enjoy it for a long time. It's pretty easy. I'm going to play the game no matter what. So it'd be nice if you all could enjoy it with me. So thanks so much. Have yourselves a great evening. Or day. Or whenever you're watching this, for that matter.